Hey everyone, TJ here, back with another video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about MSCI's proposed plan to delist all digital asset treasury companies from its listings. We're going to talk about strategies reply to the matter. They wrote a lengthy reply letter, and it also included some sharing tools for shareholders out there as well to get the message out there, so we can help strategy basically protest these ridiculous claims about companies having to have a certain amount of cash instead of cryptocurrencies on their balance sheet. So right now the issue is companies like Strategy have too much crypto, too much Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So we're going to talk about it in this video. So if you enjoyed the video, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps. So let's get right into it. So this story popped up on my feed on CoinDesk. I saw this on CoinDesk and then I researched it a bit more. Very interesting story. So it reads, Strategy pushes back on MSCI's digital asset exclusion proposal. Michael Saylor and team urged MSCI to maintain neutral index standards after a plan to exclude firms with significant digital asset holdings. Okay, so this was posted yesterday. Okay, so yeah, this was this was posted yesterday, but was uploaded earlier today. So it says what to know. So it says Strategy has submitted a formal letter to MSCI opposing its proposal to exclude companies with large digital asset holdings from global equity indices. Strategy argues digital asset treasuries, DATs, are operating companies, not investment funds. That's true, and should remain eligible for benchmark inclusion. The firm warns that a proposed 50% digital asset threshold is arbitrary, unworkable, and risks harming innovation and U.S. competitiveness. So basically, Strategy has written a formal letter in response to MSCI's proposal to exclude companies whose digital asset holdings represent 50% or more of total assets from MSCI's global investable market indexes. Okay, so let's look at the actual letter that was written. So I'm going to link to this in the description. So Strategy actually created a separate page on their website, kind of talking exactly what the issue is, and they have the full letter as well. So it reads, Strategy's response to MSCI's proposed digital asset inclusion. MSCI proposes to exclude digital asset treasuries like Strategy from MSCI's global investable market indexes. We strongly disagree with MSCI's proposal for the following reasons. Okay, so firstly, DATs are operating companies, not investment funds. The proposal's digital asset specific 50% threshold is arbitrary, discriminatory, and unworkable. The proposal improperly injects policy considerations into indexing, and the proposal conflicts with U.S. policy and will stifle innovation. We ask MSCI to revoke its proposal. Please voice your opinion by registering below and sharing our letter on X and LinkedIn. So you can actually, I'm going to link to this in the description below for those of you that want to check this out. So let's head over to the actual letter. Okay, so here's the actual letter. I'm going to link to this as well in the description below for those of you that want to check this out. It's a little bit too long for me to read the entire thing, word for word, so you can read it later if you want to, but I kind of just wanted to touch on some of the bigger points. Obviously, the biggest one is that, digital asset treasuries are simply operating companies, and I think the MSCI, I think they're getting confused. So just to read this quickly, most fundamentally, the proposal rests on the mischaracterization of business models of DATs like Strategy. So Strategy is not an investment fund and does not passively hold Bitcoin. It's an operating business that actively uses Bitcoin it holds to create returns for shareholders. Today's Strategy provides novel Bitcoin-backed digital credit instruments analogous to those historically offered by banks and insurance companies. And Strategy, unlike an investment fund, retains the operational flexibility to adapt its value creation strategies as the revolutionary technology underlying Bitcoin evolves. That operational flexibility is what Strategy's investors value and what distinguishes Strategy and other digital asset treasuries from digital asset investment funds. That Strategy and other DATs invest in a single asset class makes them no different from REITs or oil companies. MSCI does not classify those businesses as investment funds, and DATs should be treated no differently. So that's a great point. And I just think, I don't know, this could be a ploy by Wall Street to kind of push people out of, stocks like MSTR, to push them into the Bitcoin ETFs. Because honestly, Wall Street has a vested interest in Bitcoin ETFs because they can, charge expense ratios and things like that. But, they can't really make money off of companies like Strategy. So it's going to, you know, cause a problem. And, you know, this was a well thought out letter, well written. And this also, the thing I like about this, this fight as well is that this doesn't just protect, you know, shareholders like us, but it protects all digital asset treasuries. Okay. The letter was actually signed by Saylor and Phong Le. So, I can just read basically what the proposal is. The whole proposal is basically just trying to remove these companies, as mentioned before, with the 50% threshold or more crypto assets on their balance sheet. So, like I said, take a look at the full letter if you want to, and I'm just head over and wrap this video up. So right now, you know, still sitting at same Bitcoin holding 660,624, $60 billion portfolio, heading into the last stretch of the year. MNAV, diluted MNAV sits at 1.01, basically sitting at 1 again. Basic MNAV sitting at 1.91. So not much has changed there. We're still sitting in the same spot. You know, we basically Bitcoin, you know, hasn't moved that much. Still sitting at 92K. Yeah. So we're going to see what happens with this response letter. Definitely check it out for yourself. Quite an interesting read. And remember, the decision isn't for at least another month. I believe the decision is based on January 15th. So this gives our strategy a solid, about a little bit more than a month to see what ends up happening. Now, we did recently see Vanguard back down and start offering Bitcoin ETFs. So don't think that institutions cannot back down, you know, to basically sound money. You know, Bitcoin is sound money, and that's exactly what happened with Vanguard having to eventually offer Bitcoin products and Bitcoin ETFs, things like that. We'll see if something similar happens, because the amount of companies that are holding Bitcoin on its balance sheet are growing. So in the future, hopefully we think that, you know, nearly all, you know, forward-thinking companies would hold Bitcoin. Okay, so the reason why I think that this could be beneficial across the board for all DATs, digital asset treasuries, is I remember this slide. This slide is from the Q2 2025 strategy investor presentation, okay? And I remember this slide. So here it is. So we take a look here back in 2020, you know, when you know, MSTR first bought Bitcoin for its balance sheet, there were only 2 publicly traded companies. Now there's 160. So the number of publicly traded companies has increased 80x. That hold Bitcoin has increased 80x over the last 5 years. So I expect this number to be in the thousands. So it'll eventually get to a point where it'll be ridiculous to even scrutinize a company like MSTR, because I think there'll be like literally thousands and thousands of companies that hold digital asset treasuries on its balance sheet, and strategy will have just been like the first, and there'll just be many copycats. So hopefully we see what happens. Let me know what you think in the comments about this. What do you think about the letter? What do you think about the response? Do you think MSTR is going to become excluded, or do you think they'll end up convincing the committee to reconsider? I still believe this is an attack on digital asset treasuries, so I wouldn't be surprised if the committee did exclude you know, MSTR. I really don't know. It's hard to say right now. It's hard to say what's going to happen. So many crazy things have happened so far this year. So let me know what you think in the comments. And like I said, I'll see everyone in the next one. Take care.